Hello and welcome back to Rage Theory. Today I want to talk about three things. Three things. And then after I talk about that, hopefully you guys could leave here on a good note, bad note, who knows. First things first, I want to give you the bad news first, right? I don't know how true this is. I'm doing my research behind the scenes just to see. But in the meantime, there are some rumblings that EA is going to make Battlefield 2042 free to play due to all of the issues that everybody has with the game. Now, if that is true, me being a big Battlefield fan, I pre-ordered the fuck out of this game. So if that is true, I want my money back in full. Like, I pre-ordered the ultimate shebang, all right? So I want my money back. That's one. I just want to get that out the way because I know a lot of people, they really are displeased with the game. However, I do want to point out that Battlefield 2042 introduced something very interesting, and that is the portal mode. I said before that I do believe future Call of Duty games will probably try to implement something off of that because it's a dope feature. That's probably the most popular feature of the new Battlefield itself. So if that's the case, if future iterations of Battlefield actually keep the portal mode, that'll be dope. I fully respect that 100%. Now, the things that were wrong with this game was, being released without no general modes like team deathmatch or, gun game and stuff like that. So, they had all of that in Portal where players get to create their own matches. But at the same time, you would think as a Battlefield release, this would have been something that would have been on their minds, from day one. Like we shouldn't even have to go out there and put the work in ourselves. As a shooting game, you should have automatically had that. So that's that. Also with the open Battlefield, the conquest mode and everything like that, I really feel like they could have had more maps on release. There were only certain maps, and plus when you play the game, you really only get to two maps anyway. You get either the silo. Actually, it was all the same map. It was one big map that had everything from the ice, where people were fighting on the ice, to people fighting in the city, to people fighting near the tunnels. You know what I'm saying? That was all just basically one big map. So I don't know where the rest of these maps are because it was really like just one big thing. And so that's my gripe with that game, is that, we didn't really have a lot of variant maps around. It was just that one big map when you come to conquest mode. Now in team deathmatch, of course they break that stuff down, but like I said, we had to do that literally. Only thing that was really fun to do with this game, honestly, was the XP farm lobbies that players created, where it's just like either, for some reason, I always ended up spawning in with a knife, okay? What is a knife going to do in a gunfight? Like, truth be told, you have like 100 guys with knives versus 100 guys with guns, and basically, the knife team, you're going to die. That's basically it. You're there to die so that the people with the guns could get XP for their guns. So that's why Portal was like a big thing for that game. Portal is probably the only thing still saving it to this day because everything else is horrible. So that's news number one out the way. Like I said, that was some bad news. It wasn't nothing that really like generally hurt people, except for the people who pre-ordered the ultimate shebang, like I said before. So if y'all do make it free to play, you're gonna have to give out a lot of refunds, guy. A lot of refunds. Alright? Or you're gonna see me knocking on EA's door like fuck. So that's that. Now let's move on to two other news that are actually good. Two other news, really? Really? You actually said that? Really? Alright, so here's the deal. One, the greatest. When's the last time you played a Lego game? Like a Lego Star Wars game, I should say. When they first came out and they were back on PS2, I played them a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. Lately, I haven't touched a single Lego game. I know I'm probably missing out on a lot of stuff, but I haven't touched Lego Batman, Lego Superheroes, Lego Marvel Superheroes. I haven't really touched any of that except for the free game they actually dropped, which I think was this month or last month, and it was Lego DC Supervillains. I played that game. That was actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. Clearly, I have missed out on a lot of stuff. But with the announcement of Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, Lego games have transcended, bro. Lego games have transcended, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this. You get to actually utilize the Force. I said Force. You get to utilize the Force, and it's completely open world. You can hop in your ship and go to different planets like this was No Man's Sky, right? So this is going to be a good game. For people who are huge Star Wars fans, you should really check this out. For people who aren't really into Star Wars, this is a good open world game for you that might actually teach you some of the lore of Star Wars. You know, of course they still have their goofy Lego antics, which is fine. You know, I'm willing to put up with that because I love Star Wars so much, right? I'm actually waiting on a good sequel to Jedi Order. You know, we'll see what happens. Fallen Order. We'll see what happens. So until then, I'm definitely going to be playing this game to my heart's content. You know, I'm going to be streaming it and everything just so you guys can see. And we could try to figure out why in the hell did Rey name herself Skywalker, because that's not it. You're not a Skywalker. We don't accept you, you know.
You are on this council.
Play that clip.
But we do not grant
now,
you the rank of Skywalker.
Here's the deal with number 3. Number 3 is for my For Honor guys out there, right? I've taken a little hiatus from For Honor because, you know, I felt like I've done all I could do with the character that I've chosen to play. But they came out and twisted me a little bit. You know, they kind of like had me conflicted in my head. Like, I should really go back to this game because they implemented a pirate into this game. And the pirate's moveset and loadout and everything is ridiculous. And I actually love it. You know, I don't see anything wrong with this. So I'm actually going to try it out. I'm going to try it out for myself and see how it goes. All right, so that's news number 3, is that For Honor is coming out with a pirate character, and I'm actually going to get my hands on it. And like I said, I'm going to stream that as well and just see what happens with that. So that's pretty much it for this video. You know, I really just had those 3 things to share because the past video that I put out, I did touch on Battlefield about how it declined, but I didn't actually give you the news of that, which that's my fault. So this is like a continuation to that video a little bit in that aspect of just Battlefield. Everything else is part of that video. So yeah, that's it.